Hello, my name is Dustin Morrow. I'm the Fire Chief here at Fire District 16. I wanted to take just a few minutes of your time and talk to you about a very important ballot measure that we're going to have on the August 3rd ballot. It's the multi-year lid lift. This is the same request that we put in front of the community in 2015 and that you supported. It provides 6 years of stable funding for our fire district. It's very predictable, we can plan around it, and it really makes sense for what's occurring here at the fire district. The fact is, since 2015, things have changed a lot. Our expenses have risen. We've had to support more staffing. Our costs associated with equipment has increased. General maintenance and repair is on the rise. And our fleet and facilities continue to be in need of support and financial resources. We are going to ask the community again to do exactly what you did in 2015. This multi-year lid lift levy would allow us to put the rate back up to $1.50 per thousand, and then for 6 years the district would have the opportunity to raise its budget the following year by up to 6% should we need to from the previous year's budget, regardless of assessed valuation. This measure is very critical for this fire district. The fact is, through leadership and policy direction of our Board of Fire Commissioners, we have adopted a pay-as-we-go strategy for almost everything, all of our expenses here at the fire district, with the exception of major capital replacement like fire stations and things like that. Other than that, we want to be very responsible with the resources that you give us and make sure that we incrementally handle the expenses across the next 6 years. The fire district has done a fantastic job, staff specifically, of putting together a 10-year financial forecast that really lets us understand what money is coming in and where we can handle the expenses that are going out. You know, it's an excellent question, and to be candid with you, living here in the community myself, I want to know how we're going to use the money, and I want to know how it's going to benefit me and my family as well. Let me tell you what's included in the plan. The first thing is, across that 10-year plan, we have made arrangements to increase our staffing. Across the life of the levy, we are planning to add 6 to 10 additional career firefighter, paramedics, or EMTs. We are also going to continue to add additional volunteer firefighters that we will deploy throughout the community. Given this additional staffing, we'll be able to do 2 things. One, we'll add unit strength. We will add additional units into our system that will reduce our overall response time. And second, we'll add additional people to the existing units so that we can get as close as possible to the recommended staffing that's for our industry and that is needed in our community here in Key Peninsula. The second thing is, our apparatus has served us well, but the fact is it's getting old, it's getting tired, and many of our pieces of equipment are actually the maintenance costs are starting to exceed a replacement cost. Again, consistent with the pay-as-we-go strategy that the board has put in front of staff, we will incrementally replace some of that apparatus using a strategy of buying some used and some new along the way. We also know that in order to do our job to keep you safe during your house fire, during your motor vehicle accident, during your significant medical emergency, I have to make sure our firefighters have the equipment that they need. So during this levy, our plan is to replace things like our self-contained breathing apparatus that are now well outside of the lifespan that they should be used. We plan to replace all of our extrication equipment that we use with frequency here on the Key Peninsula for some of our significant motor vehicle accidents. And we are going to double down, triple down on our investment towards that high technical equipment that's needed for significant EMS emergencies like cardiac arrest. We want to increase our survivability rate with your cardiac arrest episodes when they occur. We are also planning to do some investment in our facilities. You know, the reality is with our limited resources, we have deferred maintenance on some of our buildings and facilities for quite some time, and it's now time for us to take care of some of those problems. The fact is the district feels strong. These are your buildings. These are your 30, 40, 50, 60-year investments, and we want to make sure that you have access to them and that they're in working order as much as possible. In addition, we're also planning to take care of all of our small capital needs. So we will either make some purchases now, or we will build some reserves that allow us to take care of expenses like power fans, chainsaws, hand tools, Or maybe in the office we have computer replacements or phone systems that need replaced that allow us to do the business that the district needs to do. So within the 6-year levy and within the 10-year financial forecast, we have all of these elements planned for the duration. So there's lots of ramifications if our funding does not move forward. I think everybody recalls, right, we have 3 primary funding mechanisms here at the fire district. 4, actually. We have the EMS levy that you passed permanently. We have the maintenance and operations levy that comes up again and again over the years. And we have our regular fire levy, the levy that we're talking about right here. Lastly, we have transport fees. And again, if you're a district resident or own property within the district, those fees are not passed through to you because they're taken care of in the EMS levy. But the fire levy, the $1.50 per thousand, is our primary levy. If that levy does not get renewed, honestly, this district is going to stall again. We are going to hit a plateau, and I have concerns about our ability to continue to keep pace with the additional service demand, the growing population, and honestly, the overall rising expenses that we're experiencing here at the fire district. I want to make sure that we can get to your emergency. When you call 911, I want our crews to show up with adequate people, and I want them to show up in a timely manner so that we can take care of your emergency as quickly and to the best of our ability as possible. So just like you, I want to know the finances too. The fact is, this levy right now today is at about $1.25 per thousand. When you support this levy August 3rd, it will move the rate back up to $1.50 per thousand. So let's say you have a $300,000 home. The rate at $1.50 for that home for the year would be $450 a year, or about $37.50 per month for the fire levy. Right now you're paying about $375 for the year. So when this levy gets put in place in August, it moves us back up to $1.50 per thousand for the first year. Remember, it's for 6 years. And remember, it gives the district the option to increase our budget 6% from the previous year's budget should we need to do so. The bottom line is, this community has been phenomenally supportive of everything we're doing here at the fire district. I'm so proud of what we've done in the last 24, 26, 28 months. We are making serious progress. I think we're doing a great job. But this measure is one of the most critical measures that we have in front of the community. This is something that we must have to continue to make progress here at Fire District 16. As always, if you have any questions, I'm happy to come see you in person, take your phone call, meet with community groups, or you can always email us at info@keypeninsulafire.org and we will answer all your questions. Stay safe out there, folks, and we'll see you later.